Good evening, everyone. Hope you're well. We're looking at the China Championship, an online snooker club. Fourth event of the season between Jasper Kuzman and Mushtaq Hamid. You can see on the right that it's 1-0 to Jasper Kuzman. It's the first 2-5. And we're just going to enjoy the snooker in this session. Hamid on the table. And a 21 break. Still has the pink into the top centre here. It's a bit close to the cushion to screw back, though. He's going to have difficulty to get position now. Have to go around the table, or like I say, he can't really screw it back. He's going to have to hit hard to maybe just try and bring it slightly back if he can get a bit of purchase on the white. But you see there, the white went towards the green. So if he had potted that pink, then he wouldn't really be in any position for a red, and it probably would have been a disadvantage. So Jasper's on the table. There could be a theory that Mushtaq decided not to take the pink on and just go off the edge of the cushion, but send the white forward. But I think that's quite a small possibility. Anyway, Jasper plays a nice safety. Good white, close to the cushion again, which is always leaves the opponent with a difficult shot, no matter what. And Mushtaq there can't really believe that shot. And that's quite a familiar sensibility that opponents of Jasper Kuzman feel, the disbelief and kind of amazement sometimes in the type of shots he can muster and create. That's what makes him number one. Favourite for this tournament. And this is the start of his campaign to make more history in his OSC career. His second appearance for this season. Didn't enter the Paul Hunter Classic. Maybe his kind of approach to the season, maybe just maybe going for the major titles. Excuse me. There's Mushtaq with a big task here, looking to get a decent start in the sense of trying to keep up with Jasper in terms of scores and frames. And he's missed that pink and left the red over the pocket, which is kind of suicide, really. All of the quarterfinal matches are completed. And the top half of the draw, the semi-final has been played. And Jamie Anderson was the victor of the top half of the bracket, and he awaits the winner of the bottom half to compete in the final. And Mike Mora awaits the winner of this match in the semi-final of the bottom half. Kuzman on the table now. Screws back on the quite often difficult pocket, top bottom right pocket. Looking at a plant here. It's just not a straight plant. We're going to have to create his own angle or make it happen himself. Very difficult shot, this. No. And chance here for Mushtaq, and these are the chances he would like to be taking. So red into the bottom right pocket, corner pocket, staying on for the pink. Looks as though he's going for the blue here, as then get position on the red on the top left-hand cushion, or the red to the right of the black as options. 5 points in front now. 43 left on the table. The date on the bottom right hand of the screen, if you're looking at it, is the deadline date for this round, just in case you're wondering. But that's immaterial now, given both players are on the table playing the final quarterfinal match to be played. Black goes into the bottom left. Not got position on the red though. Be disappointed with that. Gonna have to play safe here. Try and get a snooker. No, he's gone for the double. Great shot. Very risky shot. Very brave shot. And perhaps that's the way you've got to be. Well, that's the way Mushtaq had decided he's going to go. Certainly for the time being, he's going to take chances and be aggressive. And so, sometimes that's a good tactic, sometimes that's not. He's missed that pink. The following pink. And now chance here for Jasper in terms of the yellow into the top right. The green is not available, so it's not that bad for Mushtaq in terms of giving Jasper a frame-winning visit. I think what he'll try and do here is put a lot of top on this white. No, didn't even attempt it. I would say he could have sent the white into the pink, into the green. Maybe he was thinking it could have sent the pink into the pocket. Can't see much scope here. And he's offered Mushtaq a game of Russian roulette here. Possibly, maybe he was just playing ultra safe, but Sometimes players can get tempted to play this game of Russian roulette, tapping the ball against another, which is over the pocket. See who is the one that knocks the pink in. So if the pink does go in here in this exchange, then the object ball, the green, should be over the pocket. So we'll see what happens. Oh, that's a nice little shot, I think. Possibly Jasper can hit this green. But a nice little snooker from Mushtaq. And Jasper just plays away the bottom cushion as you look at it. Awkward position this. It was a bit too straight for Mushtaq to send the white down to the left-hand side of the table where the black is, but Jasper now has the opportunity to do that. As he contemplates the next shot. He's continuing with this Russian roulette. Wants to force Mushtaq to push the green onto the pink. And Mushtaq has a chance to do another snooker, possibly, but has to be exact in terms of the algorithm, and he's not got it right. Jasper now has a chance. Green into the bottom middle. Oh. Why did he not try and pot that? Very strange shot. Surely he had the green into the bottom middle there. Well, that's certainly something I'll be asking Jasper at some point. And Mushtaq's been unfortunate there. Tried to send the green back down the table, but he hit it much too hard. And he's left the green right over the pocket. So chance here for the Belgian. Has he got the right pace? He has. That's a lovely shot. Green goes in. And now he's on the brown perfectly. Screw back here. Onto the top cushion. Relatively straight for the blue. Pink's over the pocket, so he does actually need the black as well, so it's not over yet for Mushtaq. Pink goes in. Now has he got position? That's quite a nice shot, to be fair. He's got a chance now for the black. Just need to focus on the shot. He should get it in, and he has. So Jasper Kuzmin takes the second frame and now leads 2-0 in the China Championship. Good match play by Jasper. Just highlighting the skill set he has. Two 0 now. First to 5. And Mushtaq just needs to stay in the game. I think, did he do a foul there? Yes, he did. He touched the yellow, it seems. Mushtaq, I don't think, has pressed F, which is recommended to players to do. If they do foul, it just tells the opponent the status, should they not be looking at the screen, and it also avoids freezing of the game, the frame, the app, if there's a slow connection or an interruption. So players are encouraged to do that if they can, just to allow for a consistency. Nice shot there by Jasper as he takes advantage of the foul that Hamed gave. And a good break here would really be demoralizing for Mushtaq, I'm sure, and just make it extra difficult, extra hard for Mushtaq to find the will to dig deep and try and stay in this match. But Jasper wasn't able to get the bounce or the contact with the reds he would have liked to continue and open a few more up. No opportunities came up, so he's played safe. So frame 3, 28 points in front already, Jasper. Got plenty of reds on the table, and Mushtaq has the table. Just slightly touches that red, doesn't disturb the reds at all, which may have been his aim. It's so very defensive shot in terms of being as careful as possible not to give Jasper Kuzman any kind of opportunity. Jasper reciprocates with similar shot back down into the bulk, and this time Mushtaq is a bit harder. Apologies. And the repercussions of that extra pace on the white that Mushtaq gave it has been the white has come much too further into the table than Mushtaq would have liked, and it's given Jasper quite an easy red into the top left, and he begins another break with the black his next shot. And the red touched the red. While it touched the red and moved, allowed the black to be respotted, is unfortunately not on for any red here. So out of position and probably end of break unless the Belgian can muster up or create some kind of shot here. A plant of some kind would be the only real option. The red on the bottom of that cluster possibly might go into the middle, but any type of shot that Jasper tries to take, he's looking at the double. And we know what Jasper's like with doubles, so let's see if this will work. There it goes. It looks nice. No. Just clips the edge. And the white did go back to the bulk area, but I wouldn't call that safe. Mushtaq needs a good shot here. Not only to pot the red, which is difficult in itself. Get that white near that black, and he's missed the red, but position would have been important there as well. He'd potted that red, that position on the black would have been quite a difficult shot. Would have been risky. But anyway, he didn't pot the red and left a half chance for Jasper, but he doesn't like it. The black is not available into the top left, so it's not really worth Jasper potting the red or taking the risk of potting the red, because he wouldn't be 100% sure about where the white would have landed, as he would have had to go up the table, and perhaps that was in his thinking. He wasn't definitely on the black. Mushtaq plays off 3 cushions. I'm going to say that's not too bad, but it is potable, this. And there you see, but nothing on really. The blue is on, but I don't think he's going to play a snooker here or a very tight safety shot. There's nothing on if he would have potted it anyway. A nice connection with those reds, with the blue, opening them up and creating more opportunities for the future for Jasper, while the white he leaves in the bulk area in a safe position. So knows all the tricks, does Jasper Koosman, and that's what makes him such a difficult opponent to compete against. Mushtaq now needs to find a way of getting that white safe. Slightly too thick on that red, but it's turned out not too bad. He's been quite fortunate there. There was a few interactions with the red, some of the reds and the white during that shot, but it's turned out quite peaceful for the man from Pakistan. And Jasper Koosman now looking for a nice thin touch, and he just misses that pink, and the white is good. So safety exchange now, a safety battle. Who can force the other to make a mistake and give them an opportunity to start a break and put some points on the table. That's a good shot by Mushtaq. Safety around the 3 cushions. That's an interesting shot. And Jasper Koosman holds his hand up there. Turned out not too bad for Jasper. Must have gone. I must admit, I didn't see the shot in real time. I'm just presuming there that he didn't catch the shot as he would have liked, and it went awry, but has ended up safe. So Mushtaq now looking at clipping the 2 reds to the left of the blue. Basically, he was attempting there to just put the white in that area in a safe position where there was no opportunities for Jasper, but that's not turned out that well. He's got a red to the right of the black spot, in line between the black and the pink spot as an option, and this red here into the top right hand pocket, and Jasper pots that and has green, yellow and pink. He's decided to take the pink on, and that's a good shot. There's a red now into the top left. I'll be following through here. Or he could screw back for the black or blue, and he has done. 45 points the difference now. Now, what's he done there? Well, that wasn't a great shot. Not sure what he was looking for here. I mean, the plant can be assessed, which he is doing, but I'm not sure if Jasper actually knew where he was going after that blue. Perhaps his mind wandered a bit there, but he's made amends. Great shot, great plant. And use the white into the reds to open them up a little bit more and create more opportunities. Black and pink have exchanged homes for the time being. And is there an instance now where the black can go back in its black spot and the pink can go in its pink spot? I'm just thinking out loud here. Good yellow. Has he got position? He has got position for the red into the top left-hand pocket. Yeah, the question is it possible now for the pink to go on the black spot? Pink to go on its own, pink and black to go on their own spots. Because obviously if you pot the pink, then it can't go on the black spot, on its own spot, because the black's there. So it'll have to go back on the black spot. And same with the black. So the only way that can happen is if they get knocked off their spots at some point in this frame. 2-0 to Jasper Koosman in this China Championship online snooker club. Red into the north east side of the table. Mushtaq is 60 points behind. There's 66 on the table. So just about enough points, but he's going to be looking for pinks and blacks in order to avoid having to play snookers or get snookers. Jasper in the strong position for this frame, and Mushtaq has a lot of work to do. Needs to pot this pink, can follow through for the red on the left cushion. Good shot. A bit straight on that red though. Would have liked to have had an angle. Going to have to maybe position the white to pot the pink into the bottom middle, or put a lot of screw on this and try and drag the white into the table. And I hope he gets position on the black or pink. He's decided on the pot into the bottom middle here for the pink. So tight on the cushion, the white would make it a lot more difficult. So this is not a given here. This is an important shot. He's missed it. And he's left it for Kuzman, so I think that might be the end of this frame. That was a frame shot there, I think. And it just shows you how important it is to get position, good position after each shot, and to foresee what's coming before you make or take a shot or make choices, shot choices. And that pink there gives Jasper virtual sovereignty over this frame, and that red gives him sovereignty, and frame 3 is awarded to Jasper Kuzman. Tries a triple double there, lovely shot, exhibition shot. Snookered himself, but not a problem. The frame is over, and Jasper Kuzman takes frame 3 of this quarterfinal of the China Championship in Online Snooker Club. Hope you're enjoying the coverage as we wait for frame 4 to begin. And Mushtaq just gets ready to, he's refreshing. And the question really is, what can be done with Jasper Kuzman? What can you do about his skill set and his abilities? Is it possible to beat him? Of course, the answer to that has to be yes, it is. It's not impossible to beat Jasper Kuzman, but it is extremely difficult given the skill sets comparable with all other players. He is by far superior, and only Erman Erikan or Nikos Gevelis are capable really of putting Jasper in some difficulty and actually possibly getting a win here or there. And of course, other players in the next tier are able, I'm sure, to win a frame or two, possibly more. But in terms of getting past the winning line, very, very difficult. One in 100, I would say. But that's the situation we're in, and it's up to players within the OSC community and over the season to find a way to win against this very talented Belgian. In terms of tactics or match play, that of course is a way, but it requires incredible mental strength to always be watching where the white ball is and not allowing Jasper Kuzman any kind of opportunities. And also there's the pressure to take advantage of chances that a player gets, and so an improvement or an evolvement of one's skill set. So plenty of practicing and getting to know the table. I think unless players can get up to the same skill set as Jasper Kuzman, and being able to put a higher percentage or variety of shots in terms of long shots, tight angles, shots off the cushion, etc. The more difficult shots that one has to make on these tables, obviously Jasper has a higher percentage record or has a higher skill set in terms of being able to put a higher margin of shots, which gives him an advantage. And he's less likely to put him in a position that he can't deal with. Whereas the Jasper, he has the luxury really of having more space to breathe in terms of he can afford to make mistakes, or he can find it relatively easy to put a player or to put the white safe, knowing that his opponent doesn't really have the skill set to put every ball on the table, no matter what the position is. So we're still just waiting for Mushtaq Hamid. Obviously, he's just gone to refresh and maybe getting a drink of water or an alternative refreshment as the score changes to 3-0, and we'll just refresh that ourselves. Refresh the scoreboard, 3-0 there to Mushtaq Hamid, and as we wait for him to come back. China Championship, of course, is the fourth event in OSC. The winner of this tournament will get £150,000. The runner-up, £75,000. And Jamie Anderson awaits the winner of the bottom bracket of the draw, as he confirmed his place in the final last night, winning Alan Lockett 6-2 in a relatively easy match for him. And Mike Mora is the player who awaits the winner of this match, which at the moment almost certainly looks as though it's going to be Jasper Kuzman, unless Mushtaq Hamid can bring something to the table, so to speak, and actually maybe get a bit of luck here or there, but dig deep and put Jasper into some kind of difficulties and gradually try and pull back the match. He can obviously look at it in different ways. Can Mushtaq, he can just decide, well, we'll just start from scratch, not think of himself as being 3-0 down, and just frame by frame, let's just win the next frame, let's just win the next ball, let's just do it step by step and not think about what the overall score is or who I'm playing, and just go that way. So there are different ways that a sportsman can use to help them in the psychological part of the contest. And Mushtaq has returned. It looks as though frame 4 is about to get underway. Well, they've not pressed the start button yet. Let's just check that it's not myself who's just waiting for them to begin. I think maybe Jasper's not here yet. I think Jasper may have just slightly gone away for a moment. Looks like Jasper's back. Sorry, Mushtak's back. And we're just waiting for both players to begin. 3-0 to Jasper Kuzman, and there'll be not many surprises or eyebrows raised by that score. Mushtaq Hamid, very good player in the top 6 of players in OSC, which is not something to be scorned at. To be a top 6 player just shows that you do have consistency, or your consistency is higher than your losses. Your wins are higher than your losses, and that you probably will have won 1 or 2 titles. And Mushtaq has actually won an OSC title. So you can't do that without excuse me, you can't do that without being good in some capacity in relation to the others. So we're still waiting here for the match to start. So hopefully that will happen. But I'm just gonna have a quick break myself. But the match will continue here. But my commentary will just be paused for a moment. I'll be back in a few minutes. And we join, well, commentary is resumed after a short break. Sorry if you had a little bit of a pause in the view, in what you could see there. I think my screen paused at some point. We're back on track now. Frame 4 of the China Championship between Jasper Koosman and Mushtaq Hamid. 3-0. 2 more needed for Koosman as he plays a safe shot, protecting the path towards that red, which is over the bottom left-hand pocket. He's sacrificed the opportunity of, or the red and the top left-hand cushion, which is an option for Mushtaq, but doesn't seem to like that. He's looking at the 2 reds near the pink spot, but I think he doesn't want to risk missing this shot, and it's going to be relatively hard to keep it safe. I would suggest he just plays it soft and tries to put that red on the left-hand cushion and just block the path to the red with the pink, which he has done in effect with that shot he did. He's put the red on the top left-hand cushion and to a certain degree has blocked the path towards that red. So good shot by Mushtaq. It's not saying that Jasper's not going to not pot this red or get access to it, but and he missed it, so it's worked out quite well for Mushtaq. Good play by Mushtaq. It's turned out good for him. Now he has a chance, and he'll be looking to at least put some more points on the table and give himself a cushion as move towards the end game. Of course, it would be ideal for him to clear up here or put 100% damage in this visit. In terms of, that doesn't happen always, and you could say 2 of those reds, possibly 3 of those reds, are not in ideal potting positions. There will be some work to be done, but it's not impossible. The main aim is to just put some more points on the table, and then if he goes out of position, like now, unlucky there, he's touched the red onto in the path with the other red, so he's got nothing on here. He's only got the red below the blue to go for, and that wouldn't be a wise decision because it's not a very easy shot. So I think he's going to have to play safe here, unfortunately. He's added another 8 points onto the score, now leads by 21 points. But and he's gone for the shot and he's potted it. Great shot by Mushtaq Hamid. Under the circumstances, that was a very good shot. And now has the table still, and has the yellow into the middle, red into the top left-hand pocket, and he just needs to get position on the brown or pink here. That will be his aim. That will be the deal breaker, so to speak, off this shot. And the longer he can keep Jasper Koosman sitting in his seat, the better. Now, I don't think that's worked out. He has got the pink, but it's at a bit of an angle, so he's unlikely to get position on the 2 remaining reds. So looking at the black here, can he go for the black? But his goal here will be to either pot the pink and then play a safe shot in the next shot, or just play safe straight from here. But potting the pink doesn't do any harm if it can be done. It's a relatively short. Now, does he have an angle here to go to try for this red? The red nearest to the top left-hand pocket. He might have an angle to cut it in, but his main aim is to play safe, and I think looking at him, he looks as though he's going to go for it. Now, if he plays it relatively soft enough for the red to move away from the pocket should it miss, and it did miss, but he hit it quite hard. He actually went for it, so he didn't play any precautions in that shot. There was no shot to nothing there, and he's missed it, and it's not turned out very well for him. Jasper Koosman now has quite an open table and a great opportunity to begin a good break. And that's the temptation that players find it very difficult to avoid, and that's not a good shot by Jasper Koosman. He's left himself with a thin cut here on the pink, but gets back in position. Red into the top right here. Not an easy shot by any means. But we're talking about Jasper Koosman here. If anyone can sink those shots, it's Jasper. This time he didn't, and he's turned out quite nicely. It's gone into a snooker. He said hand up, which indicates that he didn't see that as a consequence of that shot. So he is human. And Mushtaq gets out of the snooker, and he's been quite fortunate. He's left it safe in the quintessential definition. They're going to say that there is an opportunity to play a double, and he's gone for it. Jasper, but he's not got it. Frame 4, 3-0 to Jasper Koosman. China Championship 2018-19 season. Winner will play Mike Mora in the semi-final, and the winner of that will play Jamie Anderson, who awaits in the final, which should be sometime early next week, I would presume. Good shot by Mushtaq. Red into the bottom left now has the pink to add more points. This will take him to 63 and will be 31 points in front with 35 on the table. He can play a safety on the yellow and gradually improve his chances of winning this frame. Pots the pink, and actually he's played a nice positional shot and has a chance to pot this yellow. 27 now on the table. My apologies, not 35. So Jasper does need one snooker. 2 snookers, to be fair, because there's definitely 2 snookers now he's potted the yellow, but he could only have drawn Jasper Koosman had he cleared up from the yellow onwards, but now needs 3 snookers in effect, and that's just about it. So Mushtaq has got a frame back, it seems, barring any foul here, but even if he gets a foul, the frame is his. So Jasper Koosman loses his first frame of the tournament, although it is his first match, but that'll be a good fought frame by Mushtaq Hamid, who takes it, and it's now 3-1. Well done to Mushtaq. Oh. So 3-1 to Jasper Koosman, who breaks off in this 5th frame. First to 5. And that's a good mental what's the word I'm looking for, threshold, stepping stone for Mushtaq. Getting a frame just puts a slight bit of insecurity in Jasper. Not much, but you would expect. Jasper will be very confident, and that's a nice touch there, a lucky touch to Snooker. Snooker, Jasper. Just about. You can actually see the red, only red, in the red area, and plays a lovely shot of 3 cushions and leaves the white right on the right hand cushion. So completely reverses the status of the match, or the with that safety shot. Jasper just completely reversed the advantage that Mushtaq had with one shot. And now Mushtaq overhits the red, hits it too thick, and leaves Jasper right in the middle of the balls. And Jasper now can make a considerable break here and put this frame out of reach virtually for his opponent, Mushtaq Hamid. That's just a perfect example of how snooker can change just like that. If you have the skill set, and he went slightly far there, and he's actually gone out of position. The pink has had to go on the brown spot, so he's left with a more difficult blue here. If you can see the full ball, is this going to be a pot or a safety shot? It's an attempt at a pot, a shot to nothing, I would say. Now, is that blue going to move one of those reds out of the way? It has, and it's given Mushtaq a chance here on the red into the bottom left. So again, that's another example. Just slightly out of position there by Jasper Kuzman, puts him in a little bit of difficulty. He decided to go for the blue, missed the more difficult blue, and the blue has touched one of the reds away that was blocking a possible shot into that pocket. And now Mushtaq pots the red, but is he on the black? He's looking at it. He could just about squeeze it. He's got it. So Mushtaq now has a chance. Now, can Mushtaq take advantage of this opportunity in the 5th frame? Jasper couldn't. Can Mushtaq? He'll have to either screw back here, but that red is a bit awkward. I would actually recommend he go for the red on the opposite side, the other side of that is going over there. Get that out of the way to open up the angle for the black. He's had to go up the table, putting the, if you can pot this pink here, that would be useful to him, but he needs to get position on a red, of course, and pot the pink. But the pink being on back in its spot will be an incredible advantage and allow Mushtaq to continue the break. Just misses out going into the pocket there, but that's not too bad. As the red into this top left-hand corner, the top left-hand cushion, going to have to go for that, but he's going to have to negotiate getting the white in a possible position for the black. And he's actually not looking at that red. He's looking at the red below the pink, and he's going to follow through for the blue. But it's a more difficult shot. It's easier for position, the shot he was just about taking, but this shot he's gone back to, the one that I suggested, is easier to pot, but more difficult to put position in. Whereas the other one was slightly more difficult to pot, but would have been easier to find position. So that's the dilemma he's in. Should he go for the easier pot, but more difficult position making, or the more easier pot and the more difficult Did I get that right? Probably completely got that wrong, but I'm sure you understand what I mean, especially if you are a snooker player, a snooker connoisseur, and he's looking around here. He's run out of time. It is a difficult, well, it is a consideration. He needs to put some thought on it. And actually, yes, he was on a break, and that's a good point. He was on a red. And Jasper's put him back in, and that's gentlemanly. If Mushtaq was on a colour and he was on a break, of course, being on a colour, he would be on a break, then that would have changed the situation, because running out of time means the break would have ended, and Jasper then would have, the official line in that situation is for Jasper to either put him back in or to play safe. That is the kind of official rule at the moment, or the guideline. It's very difficult to administer, because there are situations like that and the glitches that happen on the playing surface, or the playing infrastructure that is used for these matches. So he does pot the red, but he didn't get the position on the blue that he wanted. Or did he? I can't even remember. You know, he was on for the black. My apologies. Sorry, I'm just babbling on a little bit and not concentrating on what's happening on the table. Red into the top left from Mushtaq. Now, if you look at the break situation, it says he is on a 30 break. So it actually hasn't reset itself, so to speak. So that's interesting to note. If he was on a colour, I'm pretty sure that would have gone to 0 again. We'll have to keep an eye on that and just confirm what happens there. But Mushtaq still on the table, 37-point break now. 29 points in front, but plenty of reds on the table. The work has not been finished yet, still plenty to do. Off the left cushion here, hopefully not snookering on the pink. No, he's got the pink and has options, so in a good position here. Just needs to avoid going out of position. Just a bit of top on this white to go on for either the red to the left of the pink there, or for the red on the top left hand cushion, which has a nice angle to move on to the black, and has to decide if he gets an opportunity to get onto the black and pot a red, because moving that red on the top left hand cushion will free the other red. So perhaps the red on the top left would be the optimal shot to make, depending on what kind of position he will be in, or what kind of angle he has for that red to the left of the pink. If he does pot that, where will he be, and will he still have good position? And that's what it's all about, snooker, having position, staying on the table, being in control of that white. So red into the bottom middle, has the blue here, can put a bit of top on to move towards that red to the left of the black, or if that red next to the pink goes in to the top middle, he has that option. And the red to the northwest of the black, of the pink, just to the left of the pink. That's a possibility into the middle. I think he might take that, because the angle for the red to the left of the black is, the algorithm for that dictates that the white would hit the black and not give good position. Puts the red into the middle. That's the black now, but was quite a difficult shot. And this is good by Mohammed. Now 50 points in front. And let's see, we've got 66 on the table. So another red and the colour. You can pop this black here, then there'll be 59 on the table, or pink. So this colour will leave Jasper needing a snooker. And he's not got great position on that red. My calculations wrong. So he's now 57 points behind Jasper Koosman. That's it. 58 points behind. No, he's 57 points behind, and there's 59 on the tables. My apologies. So this red. So 35, 43, 51, 59 on the table. So just one more red needed for Jasper to need snookers, or one snooker, but that still wouldn't be enough. So he'll be a little bit disappointed that he's not continued this break in position and not gone out of position. Jasper has put Mushtaq in, so I must have missed something there. Oh, Mohammed run out of time in thinking about this shot, and that's twice he's done that now. And there has been difficulties with the internet connection for Mushtaq Hamid in the past, so I don't know whether that's got something to do with it in terms of why he's lost position twice, lost or run out of time twice. And he needs to remember that if he loses time again, he will lose the frame. And so Mushtaq leads 60 or by 58 points, and there's 51 points on the table. So two snookers needed by Jasper Koosman, but that's the red that he needed, Mushtaq. So that's the frame. So now 3-2. So slightly interesting situation here we have. This is a good response by Mushtaq Hamid as we just wait for the ceremonies of the end of this frame. But in terms of this being a match, it's slightly got a little bit more interesting. So Mushtaq wins that frame, and it's now 3-2 to Jasper. Yes, and Jasper's making a point there that it did record the break that Mushtaq made, even though in between he'd run out of time. So that's something we need to keep an eye on. So that is telling us that if the player is put back in, then it does continue as though one visit. But we need to understand whether if he times out on a colour, whether that will do the same. So that's something we can all keep updated and keep an eye out for as we begin the 6th frame of this China Championship quarter-final between Jasper Kuzman and Mushtaq Hamid, the winner of which will play Mike Mora in the semi-final. First to 5 frames, and it's 3-2, of course. You can see if you're looking at the screen on the right, Jasper Kuzman leads 3-2, having won the first 3 frames on what seemed like a straightforward win or straightforward situation that was happening. But Mushtaq has come back. He's gone away, had a slight break, maybe got a glass of water or did some meditation or whatever, and has come back to, after that very brief break, and has won the next 2 frames. So this will perk up Jasper Kuzman a little bit. Pretty confident that he will be confident in winning this match, and will have no fear of winning it. I don't think Jasper really is playing his A game here. I think Jasper's probably playing his C game or B game, and has that luxury as Mushtaq misses any kind of red after being put in by Jasper in a difficult spot in a snooker. So Mushtaq fouls. And now Jasper Kuzman makes a lovely shot, plants red into the bottom left. Now can begin the break in this 6th frame. Screws back off the green. He's got a red into the top left and can follow through for the black. Nice positional shot there. It's gone slightly far on the black. What leaves him with a difficult or more precise shot needed in order to get position. And he's missed the black and pushed the white right up the table. And good job he didn't pot the black, as otherwise he would have left himself in a snooker. Perhaps he thought the sacrifice was worth it and he would have been able to get out of the snooker, which is relatively easy to get out of, just off this bottom right hand cushion, and into the pack would have sufficed. But for some reason Mushtaq has played off the cushion and it's not gotten very well. Yes, that was I think the shot to play there for Mushtaq in that snooker was off the bottom right hand cushion where Mushtaq's name is displayed, and lots of right hand side into just to stroll into the pack. We're just missing the pink, of course, but didn't play that and overcut it, and now has left Jasper with a chance. And of course that's what Jasper was hoping for, and now he can feed off the scraps, but that's not gone too well. He's lost position. He's going to have to nominate a ball here, and he's going for the green, so he's going to go off 2, possibly 4 cushions depending on how he plays it. And he misses it. It does leave the white in a safe position, but Mushtaq's going to put him back into play here. 23 points to 4, so 19 points of difference in this 6th frame. And Jasper decides just to roll up to the pack and not disturb them too much, and try and avoiding giving Mushtaq any kind of opportunities. That in turn has forced Mushtaq to play back down the table. And it's left Jasper on, but he's been unfortunate and he's lost position. So Jasper showing a few signs of carelessness. Now he's going to have to nominate again. Yellow this time. Off two, possibly three cushions. Oh, he just misses it. Unlucky there. So Mushtaq has the table. Nothing on though. So we'll try and play a shot to nothing here on this, the red closest to the left-hand cushion. And send the white back down. Has to avoid the red and the black, of course. And he does do that, and the white does get into the bulk area. Possible chance here for Jasper on this red, which is lowest on the table. And he misses it. So a chance here for Mushtaq. And that's a poor shot. It has to be said, that is a poor shot. He's going to have to play safe here, unless he can cut this pink in. Can he cut this pink in? I'll be lucky if he can. He's gone for it, but no. And has he left a red on? Well, the thing is, if he thought he could pot the pink, then he would have been looking to play the next shot on a red. So does one play safe and then not have a chance? Suppose you could say you're at least putting 6 points on the table, and then you can play safe. That's a reason why to do that and go for it rather than just play safe off and not pot the pink. But Jasper replies with a safety shot into the bulk area for the white. And I don't think Mushtaq can get through to that red northwest of the black. Might be able to clip this red in though into the top middle. Good shot. He's gone for the red into the top left and he's beautifully on the black. So good shot by Mushtaq. And Jasper making a few comments in terms of why or how he found a gap to go around it. In terms of the yellow, I think he was talking about, which was, yes, it's a good point. Obviously, the dynamics of the shot were in a way which looked very unfair, or kind of through a very tight gap where natural common sense or natural physics would have thought it would have touched the yellow, but no. But it does show Jasper being a bit more vocal now, kind of maybe shows a sign slightly concerned about the situation, or he's kind of bucked up a little bit maybe. But unless Mushtaq takes advantage of these opportunities, he's not going to be able to keep Jasper occupied, or his mind occupied on the game. Does not turn out too badly though, that. Nothing obviously on. That's a nice shot by Kuzman. This time he does combine with the yellow. A good safe position, strong position there for the white for Jasper Kuzman, and Mushtaq now needs to keep it safe. Number of options. Just tapping the first red he can touch, reach into the cluster just very softly. That is an option. Could try if you can get past the yellow, clipping on the bottom half of that kind of V shape of reds and going around the table. Sorry, it's slightly frozen again, but there we go. And I don't think he's done. I think he tried to snooker or put the white behind that V, so that red that has been potted couldn't be potted. So it was a difficult shot in general, though. That's what Jasper intended to do, and he just missed the moving into that cluster. Might have that red in the top left available. I think he has. He may be able to try that shot again if he can pot this red, and he does. He's a bit straight on that red though, so he can either try and screw back if he's got the opportunity, or push the white forward, put lots of top on, and try and go into the pack. And he's missed the black and didn't get any purchase on the white anyway to go into the red, so which is positive for Kuzman. But is that red to the right, top right of that cluster of that V shape, potable into the top left? 33 points to 17 for Kuzman in frame 6. Frame 6 of 9. Yes, he's got it. Good shot. Good shot by Mushtaq Ahmed. Has the black now. Bottom left. He can. The natural angle will take him towards the red to the right of the black spot. He can push that red closest to the black away in the process. He puts top on it. Decided not to do that. Just had to use the natural angle, and now he has the red. There's a bit of a cut here, but he should be able to get this. This shouldn't really be a difficulty. Just needs to measure the pace so he stays on the black. Unless he decides to go up the table in case he's unsure about potting it. But I think when you are at this level, I think you should be potting those types of shots. So now has the black. Now if he has purchase on this white and can screw back, that's the shot to take. He could actually put top on it and has the two reds near the pink spot into the bottom middle. Perhaps that might be the shot to take there. Try and send the white forward. Not done it as much as I would have thought though. I think quite hard and gone off the two cushions and back into the table would have been the optimal shot. Now he's got a more difficult shot here for one of these two reds into bottom middle here. If he chooses the one on the right, he can play a shot to nothing. And he's missed it. And actually, he could have played a shot to nothing with the red he chose, but he just didn't hit it hard enough. I thought it would have gone into the other red and made it more difficult to do that, but he's left it on for Kuzman. And Kuzman takes the lead now in terms of points for this frame. It's only 1 point at the moment, but look at the table. He's on the black and he's got 2 open reds. And he's also got an incredible skill set. And put them together, and it doesn't look good for Mushtaq in this frame. Lots of top here, well, reasonable amount of top, and he's not done enough top. He's gone out of position. He's going to made this black a lot more difficult for himself. But he managed to get the black in and get back in position. Now he has the pink. After this red, well, he's deciding he might go for the blue here. He's thinking about how he's going to pop the yellow. So the yellow will go in either the top right or bottom right pocket. So he just needs to get an angle here. Well, he needs to get the white onto the right cushion. Although he's decided not to do that. He's not even attempted to get in a potting position for the yellow. He's going to put Mushtaq in a snooker here. Well, that's a poor shot. He's not used his advantage there. Should have put more top on that white to get behind the brown. Now Mushtaq has the table, has control. 56 to 33. 23 points the difference, 27 on the table. And Mushtaq very wisely just decides to play it safe onto the left-hand cushion. Of course, Jasper gives Jasper some options now. And there's snookered behind the pink, so Mushtaq has a more difficult shot to deal with here. Can't afford really to give Kuzma more points. Otherwise, he's going to be in a snooker, and Mushtaq's kind of all over the place with his cue. I don't know if he's having difficulty with it or not, but pointing in all directions. Seems to be back now and has missed the yellow. Not only that, he hit it at a considerable pace with the intention that he would hit the yellow. And now Jasper's going to send that yellow down and put the white behind the green. $27 points the difference now, and 27 on the table. So Mushtaq needs all colours to draw. So in effect, that means he needs a snooker. He could, of course, go for the draw, and the frame would just be replayed. He has to get out of this snooker first. Well, it actually didn't seem to be that much of a snooker. I think he could just creep through and hit the yellow. So Mushtaq's thought process will be should he get, well, I'm pretty sure he's going to try and go for a snooker, but there is the option, if he gets an opportunity to pot the yellow, that he might take it and try and pot as many of the colours as possible, and may decide just to draw this frame if it comes to that. But and Jasper Koosman will probably be the most keen for that not to happen. He doesn't want to be in this position and it to turn out to be a draw, which is probably just as bad as losing. Although it's not, obviously it's not as bad, but it probably would feel like it in a way. And that's a lovely shot off 2 cushions, and the yellow rests behind the green, making it even more difficult for Mushtaq to come up with a snooker himself. He's having to get out of snookers before he can actually make one himself. So we will have to say that Jasper has what you could call control of the frame at the moment. Control of the table, sorry. Jasper is dictating what's going to happen next, as control of the balls. Is not in a difficult position where he's just relying on luck. He's actually dictating where the balls land, and Mushtaq is just trying to respond. Mushtaq is a responder at the moment. That's not the greatest shot by Jasper, or the greatest result from what he would have wanted. I think Mushtaq can see the yellow full ball and has a chance to make a snooker here. And should Mushtaq be able to win this frame, that would be a very decisive mental blow to Jasper Koosman. And that looks as though it's a snooker to me. Yes, pretty sure that is a snooker. No, it wasn't. But he snookered himself. He's potted the yellow, but he snookered himself behind the brown. Well, it should be relatively easy to get out of, but not guaranteed. So Mushtaq does need a snooker now. That has been confirmed by that pot on the yellow. And Mushtaq didn't get that snooker he wanted quite right. So Mushtaq needs to get that green in a position, but he's potted it, so he's going to play the snooker off the brown. And he's got a good chance here to do that. Send that brown down towards the pink and black, and leave the white tight on this cushion behind, with the blue in the way, snookering on the brown. So good shot needed here by Mushtaq if he wants to stay in this frame. Doesn't really have to, just he can hit it with a slight angle, and he's hit it pretty hard and he's potted it. I'm a bit confused, to be fair. He hit it very hard. That would make sense to hit it hard if he was going for the double, but he needs a snooker. He needs to put Jasper in a snooker. And if he was playing a snooker on that brown, it was much too hard. So, not sure what he was going for there, but that's not too bad. I mean, maybe a half snooker there, but Jasper can see it. And is the blue going in? It is. And that will be frustrating for Mushtaq. Although I think he's the sower of his own fate there, as Jasper Kuzman takes the 6th frame and now just needs one more frame for a win, a victory of this match. And Mushtaq played well the last 3 frames. Will be a little disappointed he couldn't stay in that frame a little bit longer. Like I say, the shot on the brown was a little bit strange, and both have left the table, so I'm presuming that they are having a quick break of some kind. And I think I will go for a quick break as well. Just have get a cup of tea. But we'll keep coverage of the match, of course, of the table, although I may have to wait to see which table they're going to go on. So there's going to be just a slight pause. Let's just see. It's 4-2 to Jasper Kuzman now. One more frame needed. So this is either a refresh or it's a break. It must be a refresh. So Mushtaq must be refreshing. There's no indication in the comments that there's going to be any kind of interval of any kind. So just waiting for Mushtaq to come back, it seems. And we will be back. I will be back for commentary in roughly about 4 or 5 minutes. Mushtaq's back, so I'll be able to put the screen or the table back on when they get started, and just leave you with the action as opposed to commentary as well. I'll be back with commentary very, very shortly. And good to be back for this 7th frame. As we look at it, 29 points in front for Mushtaq, so good start. Important frame for him. Cannot afford to lose any more frames. Jasper on the table though. Nothing on here. Let's have a quick look at the bracket as Jasper plays a safety into the bulk area. So let's have a look at the bracket, and I'll just open it up a little bit so we can have a look at that. I'll have to do it this way. Oh, you can see the game on the left, but just as let's have a quick look at this bracket. Then we'll get a better look at it this way. I have to reduce it a little bit more. And this full screen we want, and there we go. That's the current situation, the top half of the bracket, as Jasper puts the ball in the pocket. Nothing on though for Mushtaq. Have to play safe behind in the bulk area, but you can see in the right there the situation in terms of the bracket as Mushtaq put Jasper back in. The first round had a number of forfeits. There's actually only one game played. Rafa Elhagen lost 5-0 to Papalas Mixer, who then got beat off Alan Lockett in quarter-final. Jamie Anderson beat Chris Stedman 5-3 in his quarter-final. And Mike Mora won last night, Mohamed Fawzi 5-4. And at the bottom there you can see 4-2 at the moment in this match. The winner playing Mike Moore, and then in the semi-final Jamie Anderson beat Alan Lockett 6-2 last night and waits for the winner of the semi-final. Alan Lockett goes into the third place playoff and will play the loser of the semi-final between Mike Mora or the winner of this match. So that's the situation in the tournament. As we get back to normal proceedings, I think I'm just going to have to bring that down a bit to where we were. And on the table, a bit of a chaotic shot has just been played by Mushtaq, and there's a red in the left cushion open to Jasper. I don't think he can get through to the one on the right. Wayne Kent watching in the audience. He can perhaps come and join us in the commentary box should he wish, and just has to elevate. Let's see if we can get Wayne in. Foul there from Mushtaq, it seems. Anyone wishing to commentate can do so by going to the green room on Rabbit, and I can send that to you if you need it. And I hear a noise, and is that Wayne? Yes, it is. So I just need to communicate with Wayne for a moment. Hopefully you can still see the match. And are you there, Wayne? Or live for your information on coverage of the match. And is that you, Wayne?
Evening, all.
Is that you, Wayne?
Yeah.
Evening, Wayne.
Evening, all.
He's a bit echoey. I'm just sorting out my technical aspect of where I am.
It might be me because I've got this thing on church.
Oh, it seems to be a little bit better now. But you're on the table, and yes, the eagle did land. For your information.
Nice. Nice.
Yes, that is a operative word for it. It's very nice. We're just coming to the conclusion of the match between Jasper Kuzman and Mushtaq Hamid. Mushtaq's done very well in the latter stage of the match. Lost the first 3 frames, but he won the next 2. And Jasper's just squeezed through the last frame. So, but he just does need one more frame now, Jasper, to go through to the semi-final.
Is it 4-2 to Jasper now? Yeah.
Yeah. Jasper on the table. And I think if you're watching on YouTube, it might have frozen for a moment. Let me just double check that. And I think it has, so I'm going to refresh on my side. over there, and it looks as though developments have happened since the stream was last on the table. 39 points to Mushtaq, 55 to Jasper. A difference of 16 points. That's probably wrong. So it's 49. Yeah, 16.
It's 49 to 45 right now.
It says 55 to 39 on mine. So perhaps it just needs to refresh, see what happens after this yellow. All right. So 4-point difference. Yeah, just refresh now. Jasper pots the yellow. So 6 points of difference, 25 on the table. Mushtaq has to win this frame. That looks nice. That's a nice shot.
That's a very nice shot.
Now, can he get through to that green? Don't think so. I think the black has just about done its job.
I think the blue has as well.
Even so, I think even if the blue wasn't there, he couldn't get through to the green. I think
it's a good connection, but why is it ending up?
Not too bad.
Yeah. Again, though, not much on, but yeah, try to pack this though. Top pocket, put a screw on it. Just change, having a think.
He's got the luxury. He's 2 frames in front. He could risk it. But if he wants to have an early night or go on to something else, he might want to finish it quick.
It was quite an odd shot, that's true.
It is. What was actually? I don't know. It's half safety, half pop. Excuse me. Chance here for Mushtaq. Definitely potable. It's just about position now. Will he screw it? Will he? He did try and screw it. And where's that green going?
It's got away with it.
He has.
Excuse me.
He can't cut this in. Jasper, he can play quite a good snooker here, though. Hit it dead straight on, send the green between the brown and blue, and no, he's gone round the table. That looks sweet, but no, it's not a snooker. Oh, this could be a snooker behind the blue. Send the green off 2 cushions and behind the brown or the blue.
Still got it.
He's decided to do it a different way, but he's not got the pace. He's playing extra cautious there, which he has to be, making sure that the green's safe, but Jasper can put him in a snooker here. Oh, and he's potted it. Let's see if he says hand up. He does. So fortune landed on Jasper's table. That's a good shot, snooker. So Mushtaq 10 points behind. He's missed. Now he's 14 points behind. And it looks as though the white's going to be safe, though. Of course, you can never be safe with Jasper. Double is on here, which is one of his specialities. And, of course, the option to put the white behind the pink and send the brown up the table for another snooker. Well, Jasper Koosman has the control, and look at that. Lovely shot. He's mastered the double shot, which is incredibly advantageous to him. I've played him a few times when he's used that in certain situations, and it's just basically like a nut. He's nutmegged me. Pushes the blue onto the right cushion.
Let me FaceTime back in a minute. Dad, look at this. Okay, Dad, look.
Mushtak can try and put the white behind the black here. Send the blue down towards the left-hand pocket, but that's the risk. He decided to play ultra safe though, but it's not really safe. He's left the blue on. Difficult shot that to make, but Jasper's not attempted it. So 45 to 62. So it's 17-point difference. So Mushtak can still win with all colours.
He needs a good shot here. One good shot and this will be it. He'll set the frame. Should do anyway.
He's missed it. It's going to be safe.
There's too much on it. This is a chance for Jasper.
I'm not too sure. He could maybe try for it, but it would be a risky shot, Wayne.
As you said, he has the looks today. But no, being the professional he is, he's up to the safe.
Well, I think at this point of the frame, even though he's 2 in front, he'll probably thinking, why waste a silly shot?
Yeah, plus he only needs the blue anyway.
So Mushtak can push the white behind the black here and send the blue down towards the other end. Is that a shot you would take, Wayne, or would you just play safe here?
Yeah, I think I'd be tempted for that one, yeah, to try and put it somewhere behind the black. But it's always a chance of enough.
He's running out of time. Not even on the table. And let's hope this is not a freeze, because this will make it an awkward situation. 17 points of difference.
I don't think it's a freeze because it's on Jasper. It's not froze. No.
And it looks as though Mushtak might have froze here, which is incredibly frustrating, because what do we do now? 17 points of difference, 18 on the table. We can't start at a blue. We'll just have to either start on colours or start on 6-ball. But then just give Jasper the difference. And Jasper asking if I can take it. I wish I could, of course. If I did, that would be quite useful, that, if we could do that, but we can't. Wayne's come back to the table, but Mushtak hasn't. Nothing from Mushtak, so it looks as though we are going to... Oh, and Jasper's putting back in. Oh no, that's because the points ran out. I'm just asking Jasper to see if he can foul and see if that reactivates Mushtak, but it looks as though this is a fatal situation for Mushtak in terms of his connection. And there we go. The frame has stopped, so we're just going to have to wait.
Restarting the frame from scratch?
No, I've suggested from the colours, but then again, it's the actually, if you put the yellow, green, brown, that's 9 points, and then he adds another 4. But that's all very complicated, that, in terms of what to do next. So I'm just exchanging commentary with Jasper and hopefully Mushtaq. Yes, he said his game stopped net error. What would your suggestion be, Wayne? If you were in Mushtaq or Jasper's position, what would you expect from that situation? You were 17 points in front, and
I'd play 6 balls and just set the 17 points. You get 16 points. It's the only sensible thing to do at this point. Because you have that problem with the colours when you got to play it safe and blah blah. At least with 6 balls you can. But yeah, I understand it from Jasper's turn. He only needed the blue bar. Yeah, and it's frustrating, like you say. It's it's a fortunate continuation we've had of years for it when it happens. But it's the only option we have. With Jasper saying just colours, and if Mushtaq agrees to that, then that's fine. It should be. But does Mushtaq understand the actual rules of the colours? And the fact that he's got to give the 16 points. Technically, at that point, he'll only need 3 of the colours, 4 of the colours, Jasper. Which has to be fair because he only needed the blue.
Wise words there from Wayne, which I fully endorse.
He's saying now he only needs 1 more to win the game, so I can understand it.
Sure, but I mean,
we're left with that only option. I mean, it's for them two to decide whether they want 6 ball or colours.
Yeah, and then if they disagree, who gets? I mean, I suppose you could say Jasper gets the veto because, like you say, he was in front. But then again, as long as
I think it goes to you to decide that. You're the on the show, so I think you should decide that. Well, you should decide whether it be 6 ball.
Yeah, the default position is to go to colours.
Yeah, but I'm not sure Mushtaq's. He's saying he doesn't know the rule there. He's been playing long enough, he should do. Really, he gives Jasper the 16 points and plays. They both play the safety on the first shallow.
Yeah.
I think it's just no one's mentioned it. All right, it's a Mushtaq. Yeah, that's the one.
So
it's an inconvenience, really, isn't it? That, because of how the game is.
Very much so, yeah.
But like you say, this is the best. This is the best option I think you can have for it.
It is, isn't it? It's the best one we've come up with so far.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, in the sense of OSC matches, we put a vote. No, what was it? No, that was drawn points. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, this has been the rule for like 2.5 years now, hasn't it? We've not found a better way, really.
Again, I can understand some players who, opt for the 6 ball, which is understandable if it was a close frame. But the fact that he only needed 1 ball, I think this was the only logical step to benefit Jasper, who was really in the driving seat at that point.
Yeah, if there wasn't a glitch on the colours, then definitely the colours would be the one that they'd have to choose, because it's the next step down. It's the closest. You can't give a player an advantage. You have to go back slightly. It wouldn't be fair to give Jasper an advantage on that than what he already had. But then again, you can't you can't give the opponent enough advantage as though Jasper's advantage originally he lost.
The thing is, as good as Jasper is, he's a very fair player. He's one of the most understandable ones in the group at times. So I'm sure he'd agree to what you've just suggested. They both do. I think in the end he was happy with it.
To be fair, I've just slightly lost my concentration on the match, and I don't know when they decided to pot it or not, whether they did use the safe rule or not.
They both did, yeah.
Okay. But they didn't indicate when to play normal, did they? But I suppose if they've just... Yeah, I said first shot each, so you're saying that they played a safe shot, did they?
Yeah.
Okay. So 21 point the difference, 22 in the table.
Well, it's basically now the same scenario as before.
I was just thinking that,
yeah. He needs them all, and Jasper needs 1.
Yeah. So, nice resolution.
Yeah, in the words of George Formby, works out nice again.
But the question is, will Mushtaq be here for the next frame, or will he be cleaning windows?
Kalila can tell him that.
Can Mushtaq find some George Formby? And Mushtaq has missed there, fouled, so now needs 2 snookers after a good snooker by Jasper.
Turned out shite again.
For Mushtaq it has.
Yeah.
And is that going in? Oh, it's not. So Mushtaq might have to pot that. Might have to pot this. And he has, so he's going to have to play a snooker. It makes no real difference, to be fair. There is 1 less ball to make a snooker on, but the blue and the... Still needs 2 snookers, though. Obviously, if he pots the blue, then if he needs 1 snooker to draw. So that is an option for him. But he's just trying to get that blue safe on that cushion, which is achieved. That's a good shot. Kuzman now will try and put the blue on the... Well, he's gone for the... Has he gone for the double? I think he has, but he's not hit it hard enough. I thought he would have played a snooker there. But like I say, if Mushtaq has a possible snooker on the pink and black, with using the pink and black, he could pot this blue, and he would just need 1 snooker. He's playing a snooker now on the blue. He's keeping the blue on the table. That's turned out lovely. What a shot. What a great snooker that was. Unless... No, it looks as though it is a snooker. But the thing is that even if Jasper misses here, it will still be the same situation for Mushtaq. He will need 1 more snooker. So, but the benefit of keeping the blue on the table is that he has a better opportunity to make a snooker. So should he have more options but have to get 2 snookers, or have less options and make it more difficult to get snooker but only need 1 snooker? So that would have been the situation for Mushtaq, or that is the situation for Mushtaq. But a snooker, I'm thinking, will happen here from Mushtaq. A good opportunity here, and he's got it, and that looks quite nice actually. The pink is kind of preventing Jasper going off the bottom cushion, and he's got the snooker in such a way where the white can't go off the top cushion. So he's having to look around and maybe go off 2 cushions here. It looks as though he's looking at going off the surrounding cushions of the bottom left-hand pocket, but you might have to put some side on it. And if he doesn't get this, then Mushtaq has a good and he has missed it, and he's got a good opportunity to get another snooker here. So that's the first snooker he needs. And he's got.
Sorry, I missed that. What happened? Was there a fluke involved or something?
No, Mushtaq put him in a snooker, and Jasper's just missed it. But and he's got an opportunity to put him in another snooker. Oh, and I don't think he's played that too well. I think Jasper can hit this. I'm going to say you can put him back into a snooker. There's an opportunity for Jasper to reciprocate the snookering.
Very good shot, that.
He didn't get. I would say he would have liked to have got a snooker there, Jasper, but I think he'll be just happy that he's not in a snooker at the moment. I wasn't in a snooker on the last shot. This is good battling from Mushtaq. He has got a bit of spunk in him. He's done that a few times in a few matches, where he's come back or he's kind of fought back.
I think this is pot bowler. He's going for the snooker.
Well, he's doing both. He's attempting the pot and putting him in a snooker. I think possibly you're right though. I think he went for the snooker. Didn't really, unless he just underhit it.
That's a good shot.
And so is that. That's a great shot.
That's a great shot.
Might just be able to clip the blue, Jasper.
No, I don't think he can.
But great shot, and it deserves a comment, I think.
Yeah.
So this could be the snooker that Mushtaq needs. And he's missed it.
Oh, damn. Where's this white going again? He's got away with it, but it's all to play now.
Yes.
Off from the brink of nothing. He's got himself half a chance.
Mushtaq is back in the match. Doesn't need any more snookers. It's on an equal playing field now. Although obviously Jasper has more points, but Mushtaq has a lot more control. And that shot indicates to me that he's very serious, but he's very focused, and he's not going to play any silly shot. And he's just waiting for the chance and hoping that Jasper opens an opportunity for him to, well, it's basic who can pot this blue, isn't it? Safety exchange now. Jasper putting the blue on the bottom cushion. Possibility for a double, but too close to the cushion, I would say, to try that.
I think he'll try and send the blue down to the pink and black.
If it was me, I'd send the white down. I'd clip the blue. But he's decided on... I mean, the most important thing is to concentrate on the white, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, he knows he only needs the blues. But he's got half a chance here, Jasper.
He could play snooker here.
He's got a choice for both.
Well, he's actually... I think he probably did try snooker, but did it in a different way. I thought I would have just sent the blue to the pocket and kept the white behind the pink. Mushtak now on the table. He's 14 points behind. There's 15 on the table. 15 on the table. There's 18 on the table, sorry. Getting my figures mixed up there.
Yeah. His action men and his Cindy dons. Oh, what a pot.
What a shot.
What a pot. What a pot that was.
That was a tremendous
He needs that white
shot.
to slow down. Let's give himself a real chance there, but he needs his pink to drop.
He's close on the cushion, though. That makes the shot a lot more difficult. Can he play it as a shot to nothing?
Position.
Well, he just needs to make sure if it does miss, that it doesn't go too far from the two cushions on either side, so he can try and play it as a shot to nothing. But obviously it's difficult to judge, and he's potted it. So we're now in a black ball game, and that black is on.
Great perseverance this from Mushtak.
It is, and just put the screen full screen because it's been on low screen.
Oh, can you believe it? I think he's got away with it.
It is potable. A thin cut here is possible, and he could send the white to the...
The thing was then the blue and the pink was far difficult shots. It just shows you the pressure.
And he's missed it.
And again, but you always had the option of that, Jasper, to play it safe. You knew that by putting the white up there.
Good shot to nothing option there for Jasper.
Must be fuming with himself. It was a relatively easy black.
There's a lot of distance between both balls, though, so that obviously makes it slightly harder. But yeah, I do agree.
That's when he wears boxer shorts.
But you can't. Well, those types of shots on the black.
Shot.
Oh, lovely shot.
Oh, Jesus.
There's some tremendous swipes of the cue by Mushtak at the moment, and shot choices. Just crept right up to the black, just for maximum safety, not giving Jasper any opportunity to try a double or a shot. He's got to keep it as tight as possible. Pardon the pun, or pardon matron. And he's going to double kiss this. Oh, it's
what a terrible shot that was. I have no idea what he was trying. But Jasper's been left the hook here.
He has, and Jasper pops the black, and Mushtak must want to go and wash his face because he must be confused by that or very disappointed with himself. It looked as though he's put a bit of spin on it as well as doing the double kiss.
I'm mad he is.
Did you see the spin when it come off the black? It kind of come back and to the left, like in the Zabruda film. And Jasper just finished it off on the black and confirms his win. So Jasper Kuzmin wins controversially, or should I say disappointingly for Mushtak. He would be very disappointed with that, and takes the match 5-2 and now go through to the semi-final to play Mike Mora. So, thoughts, Wayne?
Yeah, what scene of it? He had a chance then, Mushak at the end, but like you say, he must be kicking his socks. That would have put it to 4-3, wouldn't it?
It would, yes. It would have put it to 4-3, and I thought Mushak played very well.
He did.
In general, he put up a good fight. Obviously, playing against Jasper Kuzman is very difficult at any point for any player. But I think he kind of put his reputation. He did his reputation no harm there. But we move on, and what will be, and that means, like I say, Jasper goes through. We'll just look at some of the comments before we leave the broadcast. Mushtak, well played to Jasper, very gentlemanly, and Jasper said he had his lucky moments, but so did Mushtak. He's not giving much away, Jasper, there, but he just say well played. So that's basically the end of the match. So the next match will be Jasper Kuzman versus Mike Mora in the semi-final. That will probably be played over the weekend. Thank you for listening or watching if you are, and thank you for joining us, Wayne.
Okay.
So that's the end of the broadcast. Until next time, goodbye.